A real feeling of spring in the air here this morning at Flemington as we count down to the Turnbull Stakes here on Saturday.
Yeah, great morning, Simon, and spring really kicks in this weekend. Turnbull Stake Day is going to be a really interesting day, and the Turnbull Stakes in particular is going to be a great race. Looking at the horses that we've seen this week, Who Begot You and Shocking worked together inside on the steeplegrass this morning, and Shocking's returning to Flemington where he's unbeaten. Wouldn't say he had the best of luck last time, and he's going to be really hard to beat in any race he contests, particularly back here at Flemington. Shocking, he's taken his racing to another level this preparation. He's certainly competitive at weight for age, set weights and penalties in the Turnbull on Saturday, so he's going to obviously carry a full penalty for winning a Melbourne Cup, but he'll be hard to beat in any race he contests, particularly here. He's trained on really well. I think we can expect to see significant improvement from Shootout. He hasn't had a lot of luck at his last couple. He's deep into his preparation now. He's certainly rock hard fit. A little bit of improvement probably still left in him. He'll peak at his next run or two, but going into the Saturday's race, he worked really well here this morning, and I'm sure Shootout will be seen to produce a much improved performance up to 2,000 metres on a spacious track like Flemington. I think Monaco Consol's been going really well too. His first up run was good. He didn't have a lot of luck here in the Mackay Diva. Mike Moroney's tried to keep him a little bit on the fresh side and not run him in between and bring him back here to Flemington. And Monaco Consol's ticking along really well, and I'm sure Monaco Consol can really play a role in the Turnbull Stakes on Saturday. Outside of that, looking at horses that we've seen today, I was really taken with the work of the Darley pair on the course proper, Divorces and Dysphonia. Divorces is going to go to the Edward Manifold to lead up to the 1,000 Guineas, and she's really running well since her win in the 1,000 Guineas Prelude, or trained on well. If she runs on Saturday, she'll be very hard to beat, and she'll be hard to beat going into the 1,000 Guineas as well. And Dysphonia is a really talented mare. She's coming off a moderate class win in midweek grade, but the stable have got a very high opinion of her, and she's shown really good ability in the past, and she's on track to contest the Blazer Stakes and Mares set weights and penalties race here on Saturday. She'll be hard to beat in that, and then go on towards that Mares Mile race here, the Maya Classic Group 1 race on Derby Day, and she'll be very hard to beat in that. She's a very high class mare. The two Darley horses will be very hard to beat in any race they contest.
Of course, the Gill guy sees the return of Weekend Hustler and a possible clash with Haylists. What do you make of that race?
Tantalising race. I won't know what to make of it other than it's a set weights and penalties race, and because Haylist hasn't done what we all think that he's capable of doing yet in respect to racking up multiple Group 1 wins, he won't be that badly treated at the set weights and penalties. So haven't seen Weekend Hustler. He's done a lot of his preparation down on the Mornington Peninsula and not even a lot at Caulfield, but stable are very happy with the way he's going. It'll be great to see him back at the races, but I couldn't back anything to beat Haylist in a sprint race at the moment. He was just been awesome, and John McNair's meticulous in his preparation. If he decides to back him up and brings him back here, you can only assume that he's going to run to his best, and his best will be good enough.
The other interesting runner resuming there, of course, is Bank Robber, a change of stable now with Mark Kavanagh.
Yeah, they just weren't happy with his blood count just leading into that race last week at Moonee Valley, so elected to run here. Look, it'll be interesting to see, and he's obviously a high-class galloper, but again, I couldn't be tipping anything to beat Haylist. What I have seen of Bank Robber here in the work that he's done has been very encouraging, and I think he's going very well, but I don't know if he's going well enough to beat Haylist.
Of course, some of the babies step out for the first time too with the Maribyrnong trial, and we're seeing a few of those horses have jump outs here this morning.
Yeah. Look, I mean, really, I'm not convinced about 2-year-old racing this early in the season. I really think you need to see them have a race, and even in between track work and races, they can just go off the boil so quickly, 2-year-olds. I think we just really need to look and learn as far as that goes.
And the one to set the clock alight this week?
I'd be tipping the Snowden pair of Divorces and Dysphonia to run well in whatever they run in.